Gwyneth Paltrow, who is no stranger to weird press like her jade eggs or her air therapy, but she is the owner of Goop, which is this health wellness brand, and on her website, they feature a section called What Gwyneth's Eating Right Now, and you can look through all the recipes that she's been cooking, and one that stood out to me is this right here. I'm just gonna flash the picture. It's called a DIY poke bowl. That, my friend, is not a poke bowl. That is a seared ahi tuna with some rice and avocado. We're gonna start with some bluefin tuna. I got this from my favorite store sections. The directions say to rub this generously with oil and then salt it. My tuna came with skin, but from the photos, hers didn't, so I think I'm gonna peel it off. So we're gonna sear it on each side for 3 minutes, and she says if you want it more rare in the center, just cook it for 2 minutes on each side. Since this is supposed to be a poke bowl, I'm just gonna sear it on each side for 2 minutes. Okay, so while that rests, we're gonna make the ginger scallion sauce to go right on top of it. So she says start with a bunch of scallion and finely mince it. And then I have this nifty grater, and then I'm just gonna rub the ginger right on top. It smells so good, but I feel like 2 tablespoons of ginger is a lot. Now we need a 1/4 cup of neutral oil. I'm using avocado oil, some sesame oil, and rice vinegar. I'm actually really surprised there's no seasoning in this, like soy sauce or salt, to add more flavor. I guess we're just gonna let the green onions and ginger shine. She calls for a scoop of rice. I cooked up some sushi rice here, half an avocado, and this is where it gets kind of funny or interesting, is that she calls for Japanese chili crisp. There's garlic, onions, chili, the usual. But instead of spooning it over the food, she spoons it inside of the avocado. Since this fish is rather large, I'm just gonna cut it in half to show you guys. And then we spoon the ginger scallion sauce right on top of the fish. And then her rice also has sprinkles of black sesame for garnish. And here is what you would eat in Gwyneth Paltrow's kitchen. Let's give it a try. It doesn't look that unusual, but I can confidently say that I've never had avocado like this used served as a bowl, but it's kind of smart. I feel like I just need a splash of soy sauce on this just to round everything out, but let's see if there's any flavor in this fish. But because we rubbed the salt all over the fish, it's actually already flavorful, and I don't think it needs any more salt. That was actually really tasty. Do I like this combo together? Yes. It reminds me of a deconstructed spicy tuna roll, but is it a DIY poke bowl? Absolutely not. But you know, Gwyneth Paltrow always does whatever the heck she wants. So I'm gonna give her DIY poke bowl a 7 out of 10.